As Lister in over the wicket bowls to Aaron Donald. He might get caught here. He is going to get caught out in the deep, and there he goes. First ball that he faces, and Aaron Donald has gone caught in the deep.
The power play, and that's exactly what he's tried to do, but he's not really given himself a chance there, trying to go first ball into the wind, as you said, Fletch, and comfortably caught out, probably 10-15 yards in from the boundary.
This next delivery is heaved into the leg side. That's a huge six out towards the marquee away to our right-hand side. David Lloyd was determined to connect with one of them, and he finally does. Toes as this next delivery is driven gloriously for 4 runs by David Lloyd out towards extra cover. That's a beautiful shot. Here is Pennington in and bowls. That is driven for 4 runs by Cam Fletcher. His first boundary for Derbyshire. Under the covers it goes. Just the 6 runs so far. Derbyshire 20 for 1. Pennington bowls and Fletcher drives for 4 more. That's another really nice shot. Right up on his toes at the top of the bounce, playing it away. And now Fletcher waits as Pennington is in and bowls to him. He just guides that down towards third man, and an awkward bounce there for, I think it's Lyndon James. Is it?
Montgomery.
No, it's Montgomery. I beg his pardon. As Lister goes in and bowls, and this one is lifted for 6. I mean, it was lifted. No more than that. He's barely touched it. David Lloyd, he picks up his second 6, 88 for 1. Lister bowls is pulled off the inside edge down to fine leg by Cam Fletcher for 4. He moves to 18 as Stone bowls. And it's lifted into the leg side by David Lloyd, and he's been caught. As Stone bowls, and he's caught behind, is he? Yes, he is. Fletcher's gone now, and Stone's got 2 in and over. Cam Fletcher goes for 19. We haven't even got to the end of the power play.
Well, that's like we spoke about. It's the dreaded 3 wickets in the power play that all teams try and avoid. I'm not sure Fletcher...
Deliveries as James is in, and Sam has launched him for 6 out towards the demolition stand. 1 bounce and into the crowd. That one at Grace Road as Harrison bowls, and that is pulled into the leg side. 1 bounce and 4 runs. A despairing dive out there in the distance. I think it is the 12th man as well. Oh, he's lifted this. That might be 6. It might be out. It could be either, and it's out. Has gone, and Derbyshire have lost their 4th wicket now. They're 73 for 4. He goes for 16.
Yeah, that's a shame. As you said, it's a big part of the game.
Who bowls to Manson and lifts this down the ground. That'll be 6 all the way. 1 bounce, in fact, 1 bounce on the advertising boards. Harrison to complete his 4 overs, and he's been clouted down the ground for 6. That's gone halfway up the permanent temporary stand. I think it's been dropped in there as well. And that is a fantastic way to end the over. Madsen. Pennington bowls. That's pulled around the corner by Brooke Guest. He's hit that pretty well, and it's gone for 4. Again, he's been a beneficiary of perhaps a little bobble out in the distance there. Here is Pennington bowls.
That's the one he was looking for before.
Yeah, the little ramp. It's above his head already, the ball, because it's banged in short.
I think you do think the situation of the game.
Lister bowls, and Madsen just about beats Alex Hales at mid-off, and it goes for 4 out to the demolition stand.
Himself an advantage.
Wayne Madsen has to stretch for that one because he stepped into the leg side. He might pick up a couple here if he doesn't get 4. That's 4. That's 4. Come on, umpires, you need to sort yourselves out here. Let's have a bit of honesty from the fielders as well.
Fans are signalling 4 on that side.
Yeah, but they're only going to get 2 for it. James is in. Madsen uses his feet and he lifts that in the air. He might get caught here. Incoming is Alex Hales in the 17th over.
Yeah, that's a massive wicket for Derbyshire to lose. Wayne was playing beautifully, 53.
The Outlaws, and this one has come off an edge, a top edge, and it's gone all the way for 6. Down towards deep backward square leg. To Brooke Guest, who's on 21, gives himself room, gets a bottom edge, which completely wrong foots the keeper and goes down. Stone bowls. And this is
6.
That's enormous. Out towards the mid-wicket boundary. It wasn't quite as enormous as I'd imagined, but it's into the wind, of course. So
I'd like to see him stick to that strength a bit more.
Stone bowls, full toss, turned around the corner by Brooke Guest. Oh, and it goes straight underneath the fielder down there, away to our left-hand side, Dylan Pennington. That was a fairly ordinary piece of fielding. Again, over the wicket bowls to Whiteley, who gets a bottom edge down towards a very fine fine leg for 4 runs. In to bowl to Whiteley, who's driven it down the ground for 4. It was a full delivery. He managed to get his bat down on it and drove it all along the ground to a very fine very straight, rather mid-off to do their work. And here's Ross Whiteley doing his work. That is outrageous.
Oh, wow.
He has flicked that off his toes. List a final ball of his spell. It's going to go for 6. It's gone over Hales's head. It was a full toss. It's been hammered away by Ross Whiteley. Derbyshire at Stone Bowls, and this one is heaved for 6. Is it? No, it's going to be caught. No, it's been dropped on the boundary. Dear, oh dear, straight into his hands. The fielder out there is getting dog's abuse from the...
Well, it is Notts after all, so...
Stone, another wicket. Absolutely. Driven down the ground. That's going to be 4. Ross Whiteley moves to 40 with 3 deliveries to go. He's only faced 13 deliveries. This must in and bowls. And this one has been launched for 6, out towards mid-wicket. That's gone a long, long way. That's dropped just shy of the pizza shop out there. Stone in and bowls to Whiteley, who's carved this away. Is he going to go for 4? No, he's been caught in the deep. It's a real shame. It's not an anticlimax by any manner of means, though. 46 off 16 deliveries for Ross Whiteley as he's caught in the deep. And Derbyshire have finished on 198 for 5. Dupavilon is in as a caught behind. He's caught behind. First ball, and Dupavilon strikes. Clark doesn't like it, but he's got to go. The finger went up from Steve O'Shaughnessy. Is in, bowls to Young, who lifts this out over towards wide, long off for 4 runs. Greeted by silence, and that's what we want to hear. Samit Patel was calling for that. He doesn't want opposition's good shots to be applauded. I don't know about Cam Fletcher. I don't think he bowls much either. Dupavilon is in and bowls to Hales, who launches that out into the leg side. It's going to go for 4 as well because it's too far away from Whiteley, but that was a real heave. 7. He's in now, bowls a full delivery to Hales. It's a full toss on his pads, and he's flicked that away comfortably for 4 runs down to long leg. I was always going to end up going down there. That particular delivery from Darren Dupavilon. Halfway through his second over, bowls to Hales, who lifts this up into the air. Mick, who's underneath this one? Fletcher is, and Fletcher takes the catch. Cam Fletcher has dismissed Alex Hales. Dupavilon has a 2nd wicket, and Nottinghamshire are 25 for 2. Here he comes then, Pat Brown bowling to Haynes, who clips that around the corner. That's going to be 4 runs. It was on the air. It was on his hips as well, wasn't it? It was there to be played, that shot. Notts Outlaws, this one is into the air. Is it going to be a catch for David Lloyd? It is a catch for David Lloyd, and Young goes for 9. Wow, they're 3 down now, Notts. They're 32 for 3, and we're only in the 5th over. That was a fine catch from Lloyd as well. Here comes Pat Brown then, final ball of his 2nd over to the new batter, who's Matt Montgomery, who gets off the mark straight away with the boundary down towards a wide 3rd man. Pat Brown will be a little bit disappointed to have conceded a boundary off the final ball, but in all honesty,
let him go. Keep going.
He's bowled him, and he has a 3rd wicket. Darren Dupavilon. Haynes goes.
So the last ball, get out of it without a boundary. It'd be brilliant.
He hasn't. That one has been smashed for 6 out towards the East Midlands stand, and Moores moves into double figures. He's on 10. So far, 2 deliveries to go, and he bowls it to Moores, who drives it down the ground. That's been hit very hard indeed in his 4 runs. It was very, very straight. Whiteley is in, and Moores goes for the big shot. It's a call before wicket, and Whiteley strikes with his 1st delivery. He took...
That's 4. That's a great shot.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Out towards
the full outside the off stump, and Lyndon James has played a brilliant cover drive.
Montgomery on strike. Whiteley bowls to him. That's a quicker ball. That's gone up in the air. Pat Brown's underneath this one, out in the deep. Pat Brown takes the catch. He's in and bowls to Lyndon James, who drives it straight back at him. He dives to his right to stop it. It was into the ground and back towards Ross Whiteley, but it was a fine parry. Samit comes in. That one is launched down the ground. Who's out there? Fletcher takes the catch. Moving away to his left-hand side. Whiteley bowls. That one is down the ground. He's underneath it. Mitch Wagstaff, who takes the catch, almost falls over in taking it. Ross Whiteley, remarkable. And in comes Brown, bowls a short delivery, and it's gone up in the air and it's been caught by an Aaron Donald, and there's another wicket goes. In to bowl to Lister, and Lister lifts this one in the air, and Aaron Donald is underneath it, and Aaron Donald takes the catch, and Derbyshire have beaten Notts for the first time since 2015. A remarkable performance by the Falcons here at the county ground to win this one by 96 runs.